And right now, I want to introduce our next guest on the Fight Report. Make sure to head to Fightlete.com for all your updates on Bellator UFC. And right now, we welcome Titan FC Welterweight Jeremie, hit him Holloway, tonight on the Fightlete Report. He'll be back in action against Bruno Asis, the main event, Titan FC 66 on UFC Fight Pass, and he's training at Dark Side MMA in North Carolina. A veteran of Bellator MMA, he's 10-4. And shout out to Lamont Chappelle, LCA Sports Management, for setting up this interview as well. So, Jeremy, talk about that. It's been a year since you were in the cage. The time between fights, how do you feel it's either helped you or hindered you?
Well, I mean, it's helped me on the side of, I have a lot of lingering injuries that had a chance to heal. So now I can say I'm at 100%. Had a lot of time to learn in between then, especially working towards, my ground and grappling, because everybody knows, I'm a solid striker. So there's no question what guys are going to do once I get going. Downside to that is, that time is passing by, and I'm not getting any younger. There's been some kind of urgency, to get back in there and get going.
Definitely. And talk about, getting this opportunity to fight during this time, during the pandemic, and Titan FC. How did it come about, and how grateful you are to have it?
Well, it's kind of funny because I've had three different opponents maybe scheduled to fight within the last 2 months. I was supposed to fight on October 24th. Then I was scheduled to fight on the 21st, and then that guy fell out. They found me another opponent, and the show was canceled altogether due to COVID. So I got a call, the day after I noticed that the fight had gotten canceled. Because to be honest, I didn't even know the show was canceled had I not gone on Google to check in on the brand that wanted to get the pay-per-view stream. They kind of had a half-ass way of putting it out there.
Wow.
But very grateful. Shout out to Ryan Quinn also out of Florida. He's a great solid guy. He hit me up, had the opportunity waiting for me, and they jumped on it,
Definitely. And talk about your opponent, Bruno Asis. I mean, how comfortable are you getting in there? He's 9-5. He's fought in Contender Series. He's lost previously. But as an opponent, how comfortable are you to gain in there and just displaying what you have?
Right now, I see this as a major opportunity. I've taken account that, Titan's putting a lot of as far as into production and to, promoting him more so in this fight. So I stand to gain a lot from the exposure that they're giving him. I like what I've seen as far as when I've broken down the film on him. There's nothing really that I'm too worried about other than, he has a little size advantage as far as weight. So I don't want to really get too mixed up on the ground with him. I look to keep it standing, and you know what I'm looking for.
Yes.
So there's enough said about that.
For sure. And you've had some memorable moments in the past, big knockouts, big finishes. So to talk about the main event, I mean, is this something you prefer going on last, or would you rather it be early on and get it over with?
Well, I mean, in the beginning of my career, I fought for a local promotion here back home in Charlotte, and I was a main event. I want to say maybe 3 or 4 cards, so it's kind of right up my alley. I'm a night owl, so I'm pretty used to getting going late. So I think I don't really be fazed by it.
Right. And then the fact there probably won't be any fans or limited attendance. If so, is that a change for you that you're anticipating?
No, honestly, I feel like that'll actually be better. I've noticed from a lot of these shows without the attendance, you've been seeing better fights because guys have less nerves. So I believe everybody, for me personally, I think I'll have a better performance,
Definitely. I mean, almost it seems like it's an extension of the gym. Obviously, you've got television and, you've got people viewing you worldwide, but it seems like an extension of like that atmosphere in the gym. Just it's counting for your record and, you're getting paid for it.
Yes, sir. No
talk about also who's been helping you for this fight and how have they helped you being successful?
I kind of been on hush hush about a couple of things, but I'll let you know a little secret. I was out at Jackson Wings for about 4 weeks.
Okay.
And that, in addition to the time that I had off and time that I had to really sharpen some other tools, changed my game. Just being there, being with Coach Wink and Coach Jackson and Coach Joey, Coach Tennyson, and training with those guys on that level, kind of gave me something similar to what I had when I was training at Fortis down in Dallas. And, like they say, iron sharpens iron. And for me to be the best, I have to train with the best. And that's what I was seeking out.
Definitely. And that was you were there for about a month or so?
Yes, sir.
Oh, nice. Anybody that you worked with that was memorable?
Oh, God, yeah, man. Maurice the Hope Jackson. Shout out to him. He's actually fighting on Bellator. I want to say that's tomorrow night or tonight.
Yes, right.
And then Davion Franklin, who's also fighting tonight. Shout out to him. He's a heavyweight. Kid's up and coming, 2-0. Christian Edwards, man. That kid's solid. Solid. I got some real solid work with him. Juan Adams, they've got a lot of names, man. Coach Tennyson was really pivotal. He taught a lot of good techniques. And, of course, Wiggle John and Jackson, they're the legends of the game. So there was a lot of knowledge to soak up. So I try to take as much advantage of it as I could.
That sounds great. Was there anything like you had to do for the COVID-19 precautions? Like they check your temperature and stuff before you head in the gym? Just curious.
Well, of course, they want to be very precautious. Guys, they wanted to wear your mask at all times.
Okay.
Of course, before I flew out, I had my test done and made sure I was negative screening before we flew out. So it stayed cleaning. They were cleaning around the clock. So they took a lot of precautions.
I'd have to ask, did you get some time in with John Jones? Like, did you get him to watch you perform or train?
No, actually, I didn't. Just kept missing him.
Okay.
He was really kind of, I guess, doing his own thing as far as making his transformation into heavyweight. So he wasn't really in the gym. So I think he was kind of doing his own thing with his own strength and conditioning coaches on that side. But I know he came in once or twice, during the week, mostly on wrestling nights on Wednesdays.
Nice. Talk about, after this fight, getting noticed. Do you feel like it's going to be a possibility for you that you'll get noticed by UFC, maybe another extension from Bellator, or maybe another promotion that we haven't heard of yet?
I'm looking for the big show, man. That's what everybody's looking for. So it's a main event fight. I feel like they're going to be watching. Like I said, he just came off of Contender Series Brazil. He went to a decision, but nevertheless, he didn't quite make it. But I feel like they're still going to be watching because, they feel like he has something to offer. He's fought over at Brave, so I feel like he's got a lot of momentum right now. Even though he's coming off of a loss, he's the favorite. So that's pretty much where I am.
What do you use for recovery after each training session?
Food. Food, basic proteins, glutamine, things of that nature. And just rest. Make sure I rest properly, man. Make sure I get my 6 to 8 hours in.
Definitely. That's always important, I'm sure. Just the amount of energy you guys expend daily is just amazing. So I would assume that's crucial.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely crucial, man. But, for what I'm going after mentally, that's not even a thought right now.
Right. Is there any time that you seem like kind of restless? You listen to any kind of music just to relax because you just had these hard training sessions. You have a lot, like you have to decompress. I'm sure after each time you're training and stuff.
Oh yeah, I've gotten more so into the Bible and reading the scriptures.
Okay.
I kind of keep the music towards the side as when I'm in the gym when I want to zone out. Then it's a different animal. But I appreciate peace, quietness, just trying to be alone with my thoughts and, think out my next plan and go from there.
And how eager are you to make up for lost time? Like, what's next after this fight? Like, would you want to fight again at the next Titan FC, or would you like to just, get on another card right away, or would you like to take your time?
I'd like to fight for the vacant title. Since Graves missed weight, if he can make weight, I would like to fight him for the belt.
Definitely.
That's my goal. My goal is to go in here, have a great performance, finish Bruno, go after Graves, get the title, and see where that goes if I don't get the shot from the UFC after this.
And then my last question is, what can we expect Titan FC 66 when you face Bruno Asis?
Same thing they got versus Mark. Upset, baby. Another upset.
Nice. And you and that time you went into the guy's hometown as well.
Hey, that's my knack, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I haven't really gotten to fight in my hometown in the last 6 years. So I've been going to everybody's backyard, so it's nothing new to me.
Definitely. Well, hopefully you'll get that chance, one day. As they call it, Tar Heelia or Tar Heel Nation, you'll get that chance to compete back at home.
One day, man.
We appreciate you being on the Fightlete Report. Jeremie, hit him, Holloway. Make sure to check out Titan FC 66, UFC Fight Pass. And, of course, North Carolina is where you reside, but you've been getting it done over at Jackson Wing Training. We appreciate you being on the show. If anybody wants to follow you, anyone you'd like to thank, go ahead.
Yeah, man. You guys can follow me at Hit 'em Holloway on IG. Hit 'em Holloway, Jeremie Hit 'em Holloway on Facebook. Also, shout out to my sponsors, Kevin Byer of Rock and Oven, D. Qualsley of AAA Real Estate and Plumbing, Hint Abner, Mario Abernathy of One Stop Bargain. And man, there's so many guys, other people I like to thank. Man, you guys know who you are. Make sure you guys are tuning in. December 17th, fights will start at 7 p.m. UFC Fight Pass live stream. I'll be the main event versus Bruno Asis. Promise you guys don't want to miss it.
Yeah, I definitely won't. We appreciate it, Jeremie. Take care. Best of luck to you. Thanks again for being on the show.
It was an honor, man. Thank you for having me.